What's up, everyone? Yuuma here again with some Moonlight Blade guides. Today, I got some tips and tricks for y'all, 18 to be exact. Whether you're a new player or a day one player, I feel like this will help everyone within the community. Just a lot of things that some people don't know about, which can improve your quality of life. Now, first thing I want to go right straight into it. Tip number one, at the class icon at the top left, click that. It'll bring up your stat overview, and then just click on the stats. The stats will show you a description of what each stat does. I feel like a lot of people might already know this, but there are still some that like ask, what stats do I focus on for my class? Now it'll show you your school main attribute. So for beggars, it's strength and crit. Strength and crit usually tie together, and intelligence and echo usually tie together. For classes, I feel like it's universal. The beggar, guardian, swordsman all are strength and crit classes, as well as for int and echo classes, it would be flutist, enchanter, and fairy. Definitely important though. I feel like a lot of people don't know what all of these acronyms or abbreviations are, so very important for those who don't know. But yeah, just a quick, easy tip. I feel like a lot of people might know it, but I still felt like it needed to be covered. But tip number two, into the more juicy things, animation cancel settings. So every time you use your alt or if you fly, you always had that close up, badass animation, cinematic cutscene, right? But it does get tiring over using it like 30 times. You've seen the same shit. And honestly, can get annoying for some people. So the best way to go about it, go to your menu, settings, operate, and then under here, lens performance settings. So you just turn these off, and then when you use your ultimate, you're not zoomed in anymore. You can zoom out as much as you want. You can see everything around you. Perfect for when you're PvPing. So that's very important, as well as the drift here. When I use it, no more close-ups. It's perfect. And voila, nice and simple. I just felt like that was a nice quality of life for people who might not care for all those close up animations. Tip number three, the silver ingot store. The game doesn't do a good job of showing how to get to the silver ingot store. They should probably make it more accessible, because I feel like a lot, like 90% of the community is missing out on it. I would go to growth up here, obtain resources for refine materials, and then the ingot store. Voila. You can buy all these with silver ingots. Silver ingots you can get from doing your escorts in career. You do this with 3 or more people, and it's very handy, very nice to do. Oh, I don't mean to teleport. Sorry about that. Let me see. Career path. Yeah, silver ingots. You have to get it from the mighty escort, which requires an escort flag. To get the escort flag, you have to do the constable bounties, which you need 3 or more people as well for that. So it's a lot of vigor to use up, but definitely helpful, very helpful. Easier way to get to the ingot store, if you already have some of the items, you can go to, let's say, the Constellation visiting card and then press ways to obtain, and you have the option to get to the ingot store that way. Definitely very good to get the Constellation visiting card. If you haven't seen my Constellation guide, please check it out. This is mainly just to increase your just to change constellations, because each constellation that you're in has a chance to have a specific fate ending with one of the partner NPCs, and you can unlock cosmetics that way. If you don't really care about cosmetics, you don't really have to worry about it, but this is just a nice thing to get. You can get 15 weekly, and then you can also get 50 weekly epitaph gift boxes, which is a nice way to grow faster in your epitaphs. You can dismantle the blues and use the purples, etc., stuff like that, as well as refine materials and anything else you need. So very important. I feel like a lot of people don't use the silver ingot store, which I feel like is a shame. Tip number 4, fellow. The fellow system, you can have 10 people within a fellow, but you really only need 2 or 3. If you don't really hang out and you like to do solo stuff, or you only like to hang out with one other person, that's fine. just have a fellow. I highly recommend it because these quests, these weekly quests here. Honestly, I've only did all these weekly quests with my girlfriend Rosaria, and you can get it all done within Monday reset, just in one day. I did the 5 bounties, 5 escorts, the florets, and then did some tails with her, and we completed all the weeklies. The reason why I recommend this is for free-to-play players. You really want these bound vouchers, and you can get up to 700 bound vouchers for completing the weekly quest for fellow, as well as you get 500k silver and a lunar orb. So if you need bound vouchers, I feel like everyone's missing out if you're not in a fellow. Everyone needs bound vouchers for everything. So highly recommend doing that. Tip number 5, we got the honor achievement system. Now, where do I go here? Rank. If you view, this is more of a cosmetic tip, but if you see these people that have honor here, you have to put that in manually. A lot of people don't put it in manually, which is a shame. Oh, I apologize. I didn't mean to click on that. View details. Okay, that person did it. View details. See, this player has no achievements. Okay, some have achievements. This player has no achievements. Okay, some are actually seeing this, but a majority don't have the achievements shown. So that's what I'm going to show you guys. Go to menu, go to achievement, and my horizon. This is where you put in all your honor achievements. Just a fairly quick tip for honor achievement. Now tip number 6, the weather system. Top right underneath the minimap, there's a weather icon. Click that and you can see the weather forecast. It'll tell you the weather for each location in the world map, as well as what's currently happening in the location you're in right now, as well as the extreme weather forecast. This is very important for people who are trying to complete adventures that are specific in extreme weather, as well as achievements. So I just want to let you guys know, please look at the clock. Do not look at the server time. The clock seems to be 1 hour behind East Coast server time, at least. I'm not sure how it is on other servers, but definitely look at the clock for these or else you'll miss it. For example, the snowstorm today at Kinchuan at 10:50 p.m. This will be 11:50 p.m. my time because the clock is 1 hour behind. Right now it's almost 10 a.m., but here it's almost 9 a.m. So definitely look at that. And try not to miss out on the extreme weather, because you have to experience every extreme weather for achievements. If you care about achievements, at least. I feel like a lot of people missed out on the weather system because it's so like out of the way. But yeah, tip number 7, the bonus button right here next to trade and war pass. I feel like a lot of people don't check this often. You should get into the habit of looking at your bonus, because bonus kind of just everything, like all the online rewards are here. The daily check-in, you have to manually check in. I don't know why they don't make this automatic, but you don't want to miss a day, because if you miss a day, this counter resets. You can always, if you miss a day, reclaim the rewards that you missed, and this cumulative sign-in for the month will continue. But this is more of a cosmetic thing, like people who care. If you sign in consecutively for 30 days, you get a golden nameplate. So your name will go from white to golden. It's just nice to have. Not everyone cares about it, obviously, but I know I missed a couple of days and this thing reset. So you really want to be on your game with just checking in daily. As well as you can look for sales, the blessed wealth. Definitely recommend at least putting in like 10 times, maybe 20 times, depending on how much bound vouchers you're willing to part with every day. It's just a nice way to get silver, because you need silver for everything, as well as you can get these cosmetics, and the accumulated fortune will never like reset, at least from what I know. So nice to get the little hamster waist accessory as well as the back accessory bunny. I'm a little bit late on this. Everyone already has the bunny, but I started doing this after knowing that you know how beneficial it is, as well as the events here, the event tab. You can get the New Year sign in, the ranking surge, other stuff. Just it's a nice way to check on things that are happening within the game. Very simple, but very important. Tip number 8: go to menu, prestige. I feel like a lot of people are not handling or doing their prestige. It's very important. I messed up because I was initially guardian and then I switched to beggar. So I was like, okay, I'll just focus on my class's prestige shop because it's times 2. But yeah, very important. You want to donate weekly to get your prestige up. Yeah, I don't recommend doing the heroes book. It might be tempting because you have a lot of it, but you do want to save these to level up your partners. You can always buy like the stew or whatever in Merchant League. You can buy their gifts and do it that way, but it's very costly via silver. You can also use, I don't know if I have any. I might not have. Oh yeah, here. These, don't forget to use these token of prestige. You can use it to gift your prestige faction as well. The reason why you want to do this, if you go into the prestige shop, you can buy so many things. The books are to help you increase your stats. These can be accessed through the Homeland bookcase, as well as these mastery active pages. And as every faction has their own cosmetic at the end as well for the classes. So it's very nice if you're a cosmetic collector. Definitely important to get this all maxed out. Quick tip: don't do what I did. If you're going for a specific active mastery, such as Snow Curtain or the Flame Blade, make sure you're leveling the correct factions. So in Guardian, I wanted the Snow Curtain because it helps decrease the damage taken for the whole team and also restore HP over time. It's great PvP mastery, I feel like. Can be used in PvE as well. So I wanted to get all the pages to level this up. So Guardian has it, but not all factions have it. So the ones that I needed to level is Guardian, Fairy, and Flutus. These are the ones that do have the Snow Curtain. But I accidentally went into Beggar, and Beggar is doing the Flame Blade, which is the 10% damage buff to the whole team, which is also good, but not what I was focusing on. So make sure you're leveling the right prestige factions, or else you're just it's gonna take more time to get what you want. So yeah, prestige, very important. Tip number 9: mastery leveling. Oh yeah, okay, we were on that topic. So mastery leveling, saving torn pages, very important. A lot of people are wondering how to get these. You can get them from Tales dungeons and stuff like that. Oh, let's see. For example, Endless Sky. Nope. Shatter the Sky. Okay, I'm not sure. Ways to obtain. There we go. 1,000 Snow Cave difficult. So you can get all these shards from just doing your Snow Cave weekly tales. They drop there. But you can also use these mastery pages, the exquisite mastery pages, which are right here, as well as the blue version, the superior mind scraps. These are universal pages. I noticed that my girlfriend, as well as some of our guildmates, have not been using it because they don't have this checkmark box. See, it'll show you that you cannot level it up and stuff like that. But if you checkmark the box, now you can level it up with the universal exquisite mastery page, as well as for the blue version, the superior mind scraps. You can actually also not just level up masteries that you obtain, but you can actually use those universal pages to obtain, for example, the Shatter the Sky. You can obtain this using your universal mastery pages as well, which I'll do because I actually wanted the Shattered Sky. So you can acquire that, and ta-da, perfect. You can also use the universal pages to level it up, as I said. Just something to take note of. I feel like a lot of people don't checkmark this or didn't know that they can checkmark this and use their universal pages. Of course, be tactical with it. Don't waste it. Honestly, my girlfriend had like 280 saved up, but I used it all to level up my Roots of Kung Fu, which might have been a bad choice because I could have used that to level up my Snow Veil, which I would have been using more for survivability and stuff like that. But it's a good thing to know. Definitely save up these exquisite mastery pages to kind of get these masteries that you don't have and acquire them, because getting this specific mastery torn page is a lot more work. Yeah, so that's the quick tip for that. Tip number 10, Renown. A lot of people are wondering how to get Renown. The Renown points here. You can see this one has 8,797. It does cap for camp. If you look at your Renown level here, people are wondering how to get this. Now, the best way to get Renown are two ways. You go to your guild event, and there's a faction war that happens Monday and Thursday. You can get 500 points. I don't know if that's 500 points of Renown. I'm not too sure. But you can get Renown here for just killing players. It's faction PvP. It's not guild PvP. I don't know why it's in the guild event section. Honestly, they should just call this faction deputation, not guild deputation. A lot of people early on were confused, like, oh, this is guild versus guild. This is guild war. No, guild tournament is a guild war. Guild deputation is faction war. So there's that misconception there. You can always read the points here. But yeah, you try to reach 500 points. Some people stay just to kill people. It's a lot of fun PvP wise, but I just feel like there should have been more incentive, like a leaderboard telling you how many kills, death, assists you have and stuff like that, or like a ranking system for this as well. But yeah, you can get Renown that way or through 5v5. 5v5 is the way to really get your Renown up, I feel like. Usually on I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, they promote 5v5. It'll be like 2 times point, and this is just a very nice way to get your Renown up. Aside from that, PKing each other, PKing enemy faction players can get you Renown as well. It's like 5 Renown per kill, something like that. But yeah, that's just a nice way to get Renown. Tip number 11, the trade button, the Merchant League. A lot of times they call this the Merchant League, but it's just the short version is just trade button. The trade button is very important. I feel like a lot of people don't use this. You can buy gifts for your NPCs, so you always want to find the favorite gift that your NPC likes, so that way you can get the most points. Can be very costly, very expensive, so just make sure you're not splurging all your silver. As a nice way to stock up on your HP storage and restore. You can get the food here as well, which you can gift to the NPCs. You can also buy these weekly. I don't think you really need this weekly anymore. Or not, is it weekly or daily? I don't know. You don't really need this. It's from level 1 to 20 refine. So this is for very beginner people, as well as friends. You can also buy these 5 per item daily that you can gift. This is mainly for popularity rankings, for anyone that cares about gifting and popularity rankings, etc. Not really much incentive to do it, but it's very important to use the trade system. I feel like it's not used as much as it should be used. Tip number 12. So this is very important. Tip number 12, go to the store, go to appearance, go to mount, buy the horse. Just buy the horse, the Bound Voucher horse. I forgot how much it costs, but this will just be way better than your default horse. The Bound Voucher horse and the pay to win black cool badass horse have the same speed. So this is not pay to win, it's just cosmetics, the black one. But both horses are faster than the default one. It gives you like plus 800 speed. Let's see if I can show that. Who would have it? Let me go to ranks, V details, view fashion. Here, plus movement speed plus 800 when riding it. my horse does the same, which is the this horse. Oh, whoops. This is a very awkward angle. But yeah, both of these horses give you increased speed, which is very nice when you're kind of like auto pathing or traveling throughout the world. You definitely want that speed boost to kind of get to your location or destination faster. Very nice, very simple. Tip number 13, the adventure button. Adventure, how to find adventures. You can go to chance encounter at leisure and go to adventure overview. It'll tell you all the adventures you can have that are ongoing, so you can access them much quicker. Some of these you have to go and find in the world. I might do a separate guide for that. It's hard. There's a lot of hidden NPCs that you need to talk to activate an adventure quest. But this is just a nice way to track like your adventures that you can go to that you've weren't, you just never bothered to finish or anything like that. You might have like 5 available here that you just never did because you weren't focusing on adventures at the time. So very important. You can also just kind of look at what other adventures you could potentially unlock. They have hints for you to try to go and check it out. As well as for achievements, you can do the same thing. You can go to overview and kind of just look at what you can complete. It's a very simple thing. I feel like people might have already been doing it, but I just think it's a very important thing to just brush on. So like here under Seeking Horizon weather, like I was talking about with the weather system tip, you have to go in a snowstorm to access these achievements here, right? So yeah, that was tip number 13. Tip number 14, utilizing the map function. So top right mini map, just click it. Or if you're on the PC client, just press M. And I feel like a lot of people don't know, you can send your coordinates to people in the world chat, party chat, guild chat, whatever chat. You can just press send here. Also type in the coordinates to wherever you need to go. This is very important for people who are helping you with adventure quests or koi quests. I know a lot of people get stumped on Buddha quests, and I do have the coordinates for that for people who need it. So very important, as well as world. You just want to go to the world and kind of access every single travel point. Every travel point is a collection point, which I can show you here. Collection, geographic, and you can go to these travel points. Each one has a name, and this name will be in the world map. So let's say Jinghu. I have to finish this on my own time as well. Jinghu. Oh, sorry. Jinghu. There you go. See? It's all here. I just have to visit it eventually. But yeah, very important to utilize the map. I feel like some people haven't been utilizing the map. Every class or school has their own specific map as well, such as Guardian has Yan Yun. Flutist has Flutist, obviously. Kintron has Swordsman. I don't know where the other ones are, actually, to be honest. Strategist is Enchanters, etc. Okay, now tip number 15, wardrobe. I already have this all probably unlocked. Yes, I do. But for anyone that hasn't been looking at their wardrobe, please make sure you're at the top, like scroll at the top. There are stuff that you can unlock as a free-to-play player. You can unlock it with like 10k silver. There's so many freebies. A lot of people are like, oh, this is pay to win, you can't get all the cool costumes. There's a lot of cool freebie costumes. You can tell that they're freebie because you can't dye them. They're not dyeable. But very important, just check out your wardrobe. Make sure you're unlocking all the free stuff, the free cosmetics. You don't want to miss out on that, you know? Same with the weapons. You can get the weapons, the outfit, hairstyles, tops and bottoms. Okay. Aside from that, Tip 16, the Homeland book collection. I brushed on this earlier, but once you have your Homeland unlocked, you have a book collection. All the books that you got from the Prestige shop, you can study it here. You can get books other ways as well, and other like market shops. But it's very important to get. You can see that once you read it, the chapter 1, you get plus two stats, and then once you read chapter 4, the final chapter, you get another plus 2 stats. So plus 4, plus 4. This all adds up. I don't recommend doing study quicker unless you have like a boatload of currency you don't mind wasting. You don't really care about crafting furniture for your homeland, then you can use your homeland resource. Otherwise, save it for homeland. But yeah, you just want to make sure you're always studying the books. You can get so many stats for just studying all this. I still have a long way to go because it does take a while to read a book. So I don't know. I thought I would I thought I would decorate my house. I might not. Maybe I'll just study quicker. Who knows? I'm still debating on that. But yeah, very important to do. You can get books from market. Let's see. The Prestige shop. Again, you can get all these from the Prestige shop. There's also some in the mentor shop. If you're a mentor, you can get all these books as well. And I think that's it, yeah. I could be missing some, but I don't want to make this video too long. It's already long enough. Tip number 17, the charm system. There's a lot of new people that are wondering, hey, when do I get to charm level 1, charm level 2, charm level 3? Sorry, charm level 1. We're all at charm level 1. But like a lot of people are wondering, how do you get to charm level 2? For the longest time, they don't really tell you when you get to the next charm level, which is very annoying. I can tell you right now, 800 points is charm 2 and 1,800 is charm level 3. So I'm wondering if it's after 800, it's every 1,000 levels. So maybe level 4 is at 2,800. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I know people are wondering how to get into the charm shop and get these cool cosmetics and extra stuff that you can get with silver. So charm level 4, can't wait to get this Mortal Knight outfit. But yeah, I gotta wait till maybe 2,800 to get there. So that's why you definitely want to buy those silver cosmetics as well, because these all give you like +5 charm, and it adds up, right, guys? So you just want to make sure you're getting everything you can possibly get, you know. Aside from that, collection shop. Some people might be wondering how to access the collection shop. Like, how do I get the level 6 appreciation emotes or the level 6 appreciation dolls and stuff like that? Very easy. Just go to menu and then go to collection, and it'll tell you your level here. So the more points you get in all this collection stuff, like finding the locations and getting pictures done, the higher this XP bar will go, and eventually you'll reach level 6, level 7, etc. Yeah. So aside from that, I think my final tips and trick, tip number 18, is for people who are wondering, I don't really like my class. What do I do? People are wondering, can you class change? Yes, you can. You can go to store, you can go to function and use 4,500 bound vouchers to class change. Now people are asking, so if I class change, will it do everything for me, like my stats and stuff? Yes, it will. If you are a strength class going into an intelligence class, it'll convert everything that's strength and crit to intelligence and echo, vice versa. So you don't have to worry about doing anything. You just have to get used to your new class. Once you buy this, it'll give you 2 pills in your inventory. It'll give you a yellow pill and a blue pill. The yellow pill is to change your class, and the blue pill, I have 30 days. If I don't like the new class, I can always change back to my old class. Fairly simple. Is it worth doing? I feel like if you don't want to, if you've got like so much time invested in your main character, then yes, it's worth doing. You want to switch. There's going to be new classes in the future, so maybe you want to wait till new classes come before switching and class changing, because you might want to try out the new class. I would definitely use it. But you know, if you're just starting out, I highly recommend just making a new character. It's so very easy to make a new character just by playing the game. You can skip the main quest. I feel like this game does a really good job of fast tracking new players. Maybe too fast because they might be lost at the end of it, but they can just skip main quests, use the speed up experience tokens, and be the same level as the rest of the people who played day one. They will be very weak, but they will be caught up in levels at the very least. So I feel like it's very easy for new players to catch up. I obviously not catch up to the whales, but catch up to the average player. So definitely weigh your the pros and cons. If you've been playing along, you don't want to redo all your achievements, collections, and the time you've invested in your character, then yes, use the school transfer. I didn't regret it. Guardian was fun, but I didn't like the 1v1s. Beggar is fun and everything for me personally, so it was worth the school transfer for me. Whether it's worth the school transfer for you is up to you. Definitely recommend trying out the other classes that you are planning on changing by making a new character. I feel like 4,500 bound vouchers is a lot, and I'm not sure if you really want to part with that. You can be using it to get, for example, your Heaven Estate gift boxes, which, by the way, you shouldn't buy all of them unless you don't mind. If you're very picky with your bound vouchers, you can just get specific ones that I think are more worth it. The ones that have cosmetics and stuff. Not every single one might be worth it, but I have the monthly pass and stuff, so I buy it. Anyways, I'm going on a crazy tangent. That's 18 tips and tricks. I feel like I'm talking way too much, but hopefully this helped for those who might have not known any of these tips and tricks. I very much appreciate you guys. This is Yuuma again. If you need anything else, let me know, and I'll make sure to make a video on it. Once again, appreciate you guys, and hopefully you enjoy Moonlight Blade. Take care, guys. Until next time.